Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. This is Happy Day Crafts, and I am here today to share with you guys this altered notebook that I'm creating for a friend. Hey Cindy, this is for you. So this is a notebook that I had promised, an altered notebook that I had promised to Cindy when I was doing my de-stashing. I had one of the journals that I had was this journal with like a hot glue butterfly that I had made on it. So this is a hot glue butterfly that I put on this composition notebook. So I'm going to share with you guys what I did to it really quickly. I do have a video of creating most of this process, which I'm going to try to upload sometime during the week. I'm not really quite sure. I haven't really checked out the footage, so I have to see, how it goes, because I know I did miss some parts of the process, between pausing it and unpausing it, so on and so forth. And you know how it is when you're like so into what you're doing, you forget about everything else, and that was kind of like what I was going through with this. And so you guys, let me show you. So this is the composition notebook. I'm going to try to keep it low here. And this is the spine. And then this is the other side. So I kept it really simple. I'm not sure what she's going to be doing with the inside. She still can alter it. I did do some like really light stamping here and there throughout some of the pages. But she can totally cover those if she wants to. Again, it was like really rough, rustic type of stamping that I did. Where I don't really apply too much pressure on the stamp when I'm stamping everything down. And so let me just open up the book like this so that you guys can see the grand scope of it all. I'm going to bring it in a little bit. So this whole butterfly was entirely done from using a glue gun. I did the whole thing. What I first did is I cut out a template, which, like I said, if I end up uploading it, you guys will see that. But I'm just going to tell you real quickly. I created one side, like a template for one side. From that one side, then I basically created some of the sections that I wanted. But most of this was kind of free-handed. So it's not exactly the same on both sides. But that's kind of organic, and that, I like the organic feel. Hopefully she will appreciate that as well. Because it's definitely handmade, right? It's definitely handmade. So what I did is that after I just sold the entire book, because this, composition notebooks, they have like that glossy cover. And sometimes things don't really like to stick to them. I know hot glue sometimes doesn't like to stick to it. So I just sewed everything first. After I just sewed everything, then I kind of went in with my pattern. And I don't think I have it. I think I actually, well, actually I do have a piece of it. So this is kind of like what I did. I did a whole side. There's a bottom side to this too, which I don't find the bottom side right now. But basically this is this. So I created that whole side and then kind of cut them into the two sections. And I kind of roughly drew what I was thinking about in my head at that time when I was kind of creating the template. But as I actually started to do the design, I went like a totally different route with it. At least for the top part. The bottom part is kind of still the same as what I was kind of envisioning to a certain extent. So I did the outline with the hot glue. And then I did this in so many different layers. It took me like a week almost to finish the, the whole cover of the book, because I just kept adding more layers and adding more layers. So the first layers that I did, I went into it with some metallic lusters, and I used Fat Fuchsia, Lavish Green. I also used Cosmic Blue and Copper Cattle. And I also used one more. Here it is. And I actually used one more, and Orange Flicker. So these are the metallic paste that I went into the all the inlays with first, and then I had to kind of figure out, it needed something more. Like just the metallic paste alone just wasn't doing it for me, and I really wanted this to be special, because I was making it for somebody. So I was like, what else can I do to this? Because the butterfly itself is like giganormous, right? It takes up the whole entire book. But I wanted something that was subtle enough, but yet impactful enough. So what I did is that obviously, you guys, I'm having like this whole fetish right now with glitters, with glitter paints, glitter, all types of glitter stuff. That's right up there with my metallics. Love that, love that. So I did go ahead and incorporate some of these. But before I went ahead and did that, I did kind of paint over all the edges. I painted everything kind of black, like all the edges. Not the inlay parts, because the inlay parts, I can see they're different colors, because those are all wax on that layer. But I did kind of go over everything, like all the hot glue with like black paint, just to kind of give it some type of symmetry and kind of blend out some of those glue gun blemishes that we tend to get. You know how sometimes the glue gun doesn't always work the way you want it to work. And so you end up with like little bumps and stuff like that. But that, again, that's all part of the organic process, and I think it does not affect the end result. I love how this butterfly came out overall. I think it's super, super pretty. And so I went over the individual colors, like with the green, which was for the lavish green. I went and used this extraterrestrial green, which is a galaxy glitter paint. And I basically just kind of smoothed that out into all the green areas. This supernova berry, I use this to kind of go over the copper kettle. Because the copper kettle and the, where's the other one? Oh, the copper kettle and the fab fuchsia, once you put them down, they kind of have a similarity to them. They kind of throw more onto the red. So I wanted to differentiate those a little bit. So I went in with like a darker color. So I used the supernova berry to kind of, you know, add glitter into those areas. All the blue areas got the Milky Way blue, and all the black areas, like all the inlay, all the hot glue gun area, and all the black parts, like wherever I added any black, I went over with this black hole. And then the last one that I used was on some of the, I don't know if it was the copper petal, the copper kettle, or it was the fat future, one of those two. I used this pink cosmos to kind of finish off all those other pinky kind of areas. So this is what it looks like. And then on the body, it's very textured. So I just kind of used a little bit of all the different glitters. Like I basically would just clean my brush off of it, and just whatever would catch would catch. I did go into the corners and add some of that Milky Way blue onto it. So let me just show you guys, kind of like a little bit up close, where you can really see, like I said, some of those glue gun little bumps and stuff like that. But I think overall it still came out super, super, super pretty, and I love it, and I hope she loves it too. The other thing that I did here is I went in and I hand painted like some of these little vines and stuff kind of coming out of them. And then I just used a little stamp to, and some Staz-On to basically stamp like music notes everywhere, because I wanted it to be like a happy book. You know, this is Happy Day Crafts. So I wanted it to be like a happy book, and just kind of like, you know, give you like this happy feeling when you see it. So I figured musical notes definitely make me happy. You know, music makes me happy, so I figured I would add some musical notes in there to kind of make it look like she's dancing in the wind, right? That's how her wings are completely expanded, because she's just like, you know, with her hands in the air like we would if we were dancing, right? So that's kind of like why her wings are all the way expanded. At least that's what I tell myself, right? I gotta somehow make a rhyme and reason out of everything that I do. So I just basically very simply just did some really, really simple vines, like super, super simple vines. And then I used some metallic markers. I used this green one right here to just kind of add like little highlights on some of the leaves. And I used like this dark gray and like a light gray, just to kind of add a little bit here and there. But super, super simple. And this is basically what the cover of the book is. It's super sparkly, especially when you see it up close, you guys. Honestly, videos really doesn't do it justice. It's so, so, so pretty. And then the back, the rest of the book, what I did is that I painted that with Peacock Pearl, which is a metallic paint by Decoupage Art as well. And then I just covered the whole thing and just gave the whole thing like one solid color, and then just added, you know, little things to kind of fill in the spaces here and there. She can still add more to this if she wants. Like you know, you guys know, you know me for any amount of time, that I never hold it against you guys. If you feel so inspired by what you receive from me that you want to add more to it. Like, to me, that's a good thing. And so, like I said, I kept it really simple. And the inside, I did use this paper to kind of cover it up. I secured a little string here on the inside of the flap. And basically, like I said, I did some really light stamping. I didn't really go too crazy because I figured she might want to alter this or turn this into something else. She might want to turn it into like a junk journal or something. I'm not sure. But it's for her to do with whatever she wants. It was a lot of fun for me to create it. I haven't done one of these in a long while. So it was super cool. So like I said, I didn't do all the pages, but I did kind of like, you know, just grab little chunks and pick a page and just kind of stamp out here and there. Nothing too major. She does have like butterflies on like 2 of the pages. You know, and like I said, rustic kind of stamping. I didn't really go too crazy because I figured at the end of the day she might be covering up most of these pages anyway. Which I encourage her 100% to make it her own and do whatever she needs to do there so that she could use it and want to use it on a regular basis. So that's pretty much it, like super simple, very quick kind of share. And I'm going to be working on the video on how I got this done. And the video does not include though, just the inside covers because that's super simple, you guys. I just basically glued the paper onto the backing. I secured the string by gluing the string down, and then I just grabbed a piece of cardstock, you know, card, whatever, and then just glued a strip over the string so that I made sure that it was nice and secured, and then I glued my paper over it. So, and that's all that I did. I didn't add like any pockets or anything like that. I figured she, you know, however she ends up altering this further, she'll probably, you know, do that. So I didn't want to take all the fun away from her. But yeah, super simple. I think it came out really nice. And even if she doesn't want to use the pages and she just wants to use the cover, then she can do that. I mean, she can totally take these pages out and, you know, add something else in here, whatever she would like to do with it. So this is for you, Cindy, as I promised. Now I just have to get it ready to ship it out to you. So just give me a couple days to do that because it's been pretty ugly weather-wise over here where I'm at. So I'm just waiting for like a nice day so that I can go to the post office. I still have another package that I have to send out. So this will be amongst that as well. So with that being said, you guys, hopefully we'll be back with you guys on Saturday for date night, which is myself along with Sassoon's Vintage World. We were supposed to go on live last weekend, but we had family come over, so we didn't really get a chance to do it because my family likes to pop up last minute, like, hey, we're on the way. So I didn't really get a chance to like give you guys proper notice and all of that stuff, so I really do apologize for that. We are trying to make this like a weekly thing. That is definitely the goal. And this week is going to be super cool because we're going to be switching places. I'm going to be doing vintage and he's going to be doing mixed media. And we're going to be doing nature theme, both of us. So it'll be super interesting to see how that whole thing turns out. But yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And yeah, be on the lookout because I'm going to be putting this video together and putting it up within the next couple days. So if you're interested in seeing that, you got to make sure you hit that bell. So as soon as this video uploads, you get that notification. And yeah, you're going to see me do 90% of this. I don't think you see me do the stamping because I did the stamping like last minute. Because I just needed to fill in some of that space. But I think overall it came out super cool. So you guys, bye, and I will catch you on the next one. And have a happy day.